to the movies is an age-old pastime that people have been enjoying for generations. So how do you keep something so familiar, new and exciting? Movie studios in Hollywood are betting that 3D cinema might just be the ticket to a box office bonanza.
No fear! No retreat!
Barry, take us back to the origins of 3D cinema.
You know, even when Edison was doing the very first movies, he was already experimenting with 3D. It didn't come to pass for another couple of decades, but really by the 1920s, they were making 3D movies, but they were not showing them into the cinemas. It was still very much a sort of unknown territory. It really became an issue in the 1950s when they started making commercial films, mainly horror movies, but even Alfred Hitchcock made a 3D movie in Dial M for Murder. So 3D has always been there, but it has never kind of found the traction. And I think that's one of the big problems with 3D, is that it's all about the image, and sometimes being all about the image diminishes the drama and diminishes the performances. The point at which it broke through and became completely self-standing was Avatar, the biggest box office movie ever. Avatar took us into another world. We weren't looking for realism. We understood this world. We were taken into the world. James Cameron built a really strong story. He didn't have to make movies where things jumped out in your face and, you know, frightened you. And that was when, for me, 3D became of age and became a really valuable tool for the movies.
Do you think it's here to stay?
I think it's here to stay for a certain kind of movie. If you're going to do a comedy like The Hangover, for example, do that in 3D and you will make people sick in the cinemas because, you know, all the vomiting and all that kind of thing. And it will detract from the comedy within that. Same for an intimate drama. You don't need the 3D there. But when you're tackling a big story, Titanic, you must know that James Cameron is redoing Titanic in 3D. I want to see it tomorrow.
Sure, that's exciting.
And that kind of idea, so that when you're seeing it for live action things, it's very powerful. But for me, it's at its best in animation.
Megamind! Incredibly handsome master of all villainy.